Listen to me. It's coming. Your nitrates are rising. Nitrates are coming. Nitrates are coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna lay the chorus first. Here we go now.
What's going on YouTube? It's Jay Wilson, JWill07, Instagram, Twitter, Jay Wilson on Facebook, NorthfinUSA.com. Check it out. You won't be sorry. So what are we here to talk about today? Nitrates. Not nitrites, nitrates. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that my wife and I are super stoked. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been giving her injections for IVF, in vitro fertilization. So it's been over 2 weeks, and I've been watching the eggs very closely. She seems to be holding them very well. And what we're going to do is Tuesday, we're going to remove the eggs and put them in a tumbler. Okay, all jokes aside, it is correct. My wife will have her eggs removed on Tuesday, and we will be that much closer to a new fish keeper. Or baby Wilson. Whatever you're going to call them right now. So, I really appreciate the prayers, the eating of the cupcakes, the good vibes, the rubbing of your favorite token luck thing is. Whatever you're doing, continue doing it, because we truly appreciate it. And to know that we have friends and family in this community is simply amazing. So let's talk about the nitrates. Do nitrates kill your fish? Yes, they do. Do nitrates kill your fish as fast as nitrite and ammonia? Absolutely not. Ammonia and nitrite, if you've got them in your tank, you need to get them out immediately. And I'm talking fish, I'm talking the ammonia and the nitrite. Something is going on in your tank, but we're here to talk about nitrate. It is that slow, stubborn killer of your fish. But I'm going to give you some steps in order to either reduce nitrate or have some ideas moving forward on how to reduce some nitrate. Step 1, water changes. Yes, water changes are a necessity. When people say they don't do water changes, chances are they have this 18 times more, sump on the bottom with plants and it's just sucking the nitrates out of it. Or they've just figured out a secret that I have not yet figured out and I would love for them to share. Nitrates are one of those things where if you're keeping African cichlids, you're going to have nitrates. Some people have nitrates straight out of the tap. That's gross. But nitrates in your tank, in an African cichlid tank that is overstocked, is almost a constant. So doing water changes more frequently and at more abundance is huge. Now I don't recommend doing more than 50%, but that is me. There is other data out there. People have been doing it for years. Science says something different. What I've been doing for the last 4 years is 50%. The only time I ever do more is if there's ever an outbreak or something wrong with my tank. And I haven't had to do that in years, even before the 220. So 50%. And now here's the deal. If you see nitrates in your tank and they're elevated and you do a water change, don't check it immediately and then do another water change. You just changed almost 100% of your water. What I recommend is waiting some time, a few days for the nitrate to kind of level out where it's supposed to, and then do another water change if you need to. Number 2, reduce your bioload. What that means is reducing the number of fish in your tank. Yes! Reducing the number of fish in your tank. You may think that the filtration that you have is sufficient enough for the amount of fish that you have in your tank. That was a tongue twister. Yes, you need to make sure that you have the right media with the right filtration in your tank for your fish, especially the amount of fish that us African cichlid keepers keep. Now this is true with all fish keeping, but a lot more substantial when it comes to African cichlids. 3, the right media. I am not here to talk about which one is right. Whatever you use, that is up to you. I use Seachem Matrix as well as Pond Matrix. I have noticed a reduction in nitrates over time. It hasn't been this like, whoa, oh my goodness, I went from 40 ppms to like 5. No, it's not like that, but it does help reduce along with my water changes. Now I have 3 filters. One of my filters has 4 trays, that's the Sun. 2 of those trays are Pond Matrix. 2 of the other trays are just biomedia that I had laying around. Whether they're bio balls, ceramic rings, pellets, whatever it is, I have it just in there. So I have 1 filter rated for 150 gallons, filtering specific bio only in my 220. The other 2 are FX6s, and those house Pond Matrix as well as some mechanical filtration. So, what's number 4? Number 4 is whatever you want to do in terms of maintenance. How about vacuuming your gravel, vacuuming your sand, cleaning out your substrate? That is a huge reducer of nitrates. I don't care how you do it, whether you do it with a Python, whether you do it with a homemade siphon, whether you do it with an Eheim vac or a National Geographic vac, whatever you're using, vacuuming the substrate is huge. Now there are plenty of other tips out there to help reduce nitrates, but this is not a video to overload. There's 4 steps that I gave you to help reduce your nitrate. 1, water changes. 2, bioload reduction. 3, proper biofiltration. 4, vacuuming the substrate. So there you have it. You can reduce your nitrates, but give it time to level out. Do not panic. Do not buy a ton of chemicals, and then your tank turns into this chemical experiment, and then all of a sudden your fish are stressed out, and you're losing fish, and the only thing you can remember is, it was nitrates that killed my fish. On the contrary, dear Watson, it was probably you. So remove yourself from the equation. Do those steps in order. Let it level out. Recheck. Remember, nitrate is a slow killer, okay? Because it just kind of stresses the fish out, leaves it susceptible. It's like when you have reduced immune system. Same thing. Then you go into some crappy place where everybody's sick, they're all shaking hands, wiping noses. That's kind of the mental image that I get for nitrates in a tank. So use those 4 steps, try them out, and check out this video. IFG did a pretty good job at the interview. So you know what's next? No, you don't. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, disliking, sharing, resharing, participating in contests, commenting, helping me elevate this channel, allowing us to connect and become better friends. If you ever need anything, you've got askaway@gmail.com. You've got northfinusa@gmail.com. And then you have access to pretty much my Facebook, Northfin USA's Facebook, Northfin USA's Instagram, and Jay Wilson's Instagram, and Twitter. You have access to me at your disposal. I appreciate all of the emails, and I do my dangest to get back to 100% of those. Although I'm not very successful at 100%, I'd probably pin it down to about 95 to 98% response rate. So thank you so much. Now you know what's next. Holla!